Are you ready to conquer the networking domain of the CompTIA A Plus Core 22011-01 certification? Today, we're cracking the code on networking hardware, protocols, and services. Let's dive in and power up your exam prep. The first question concerns a scenario where you are a network technician for a large corporation launching a new application critical to its operations. The application necessitates the guaranteed delivery of data for correct functioning. As the technician responsible for setting up the network for this application, which protocol would you select to ensure data is transmitted reliably? A. HTTP, B. UDP, C. TCP, D. DNS. The best choice is C. TCP. The Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, ensures the reliable ordered delivery of a stream of bytes from a program on one computer to another program on another computer. A. HTTP. This is an application protocol for distributed, collaborative hypermedia information systems, not specifically designed for reliable data transmission. B. UDP. The User Datagram Protocol, UDP, is a simple transmission protocol without implicit handshaking dialogues for guaranteeing reliability or ordering. DNS. The Domain Name System, DNS, is a hierarchical and decentralized naming system for computers, services, or other resources connected to the internet or a private network. It's not a data transmission protocol. Two, picture yourself as a network engineer for a tech company. You've been called in to troubleshoot a perplexing network issue. A client computer within the network can successfully initiate a session to a server, but the server remains unresponsive. As the engineer on duty, you suspect that a part of the TCP three-way handshake process might be failing. Which part do you think is likely causing the issue? A. Synchronize, B. Synchronize, acknowledge, C. Acknowledge, D. None of the above. The correct choice is B. Synchronize, acknowledge. This is the server's response to the client's synchronize request. If the server is unresponsive, it might be failing to send this synchronize acknowledge response back to the client. A. Synchronize, the client's initial request. If this were failing, the client wouldn't be able to initiate a session. C. Acknowledge, the client's final acknowledgement. If the server is unresponsive, it might not be reaching this step. D. None of the above. This option is incorrect because one of the steps in the TCP three-way handshake is likely causing the issue. 3. Imagine you're a user enjoying a live streaming video on your device. Suddenly you experience a brief interruption in the stream. As someone knowledgeable about network protocols, you realize that the protocol being used for the streaming media session might be the cause. Which protocol do you think is likely being used in this situation? A. TCP, B. UDP, C. HTTP, D. FTP. The correct choice is B. UDP. UDP is often used for live streaming where speed is important and a certain amount of data loss is acceptable. A. TCP ensures reliable transmission of data but not typically used for live streaming due to its overhead of ensuring data reliability. C. HTTP can be used for streaming, but it's not a transport protocol. The interruption is more likely due to the transport protocol used. D. FTP, used for transferring files over a network, not for live streaming. 4. A network administrator needs to set up a protocol that prevents a sender from overwhelming a server by sending too many packets too quickly. Which protocol includes a method known as flow control to handle this issue? A. UDP, B. TCP, C. DNS, D. DHCP. The correct choice is B. TCP. TCP includes a method known as flow control, which prevents a sender from overwhelming a receiver by sending too many packets too quickly. A. UDP. This protocol does not have a flow control mechanism. See DNS. This is a naming system for computers, services, or other resources connected to the internet or a private network. It doesn't handle flow control. DHCP. This protocol is used to assign IP addresses and other network configuration parameters to devices on a network. It doesn't handle flow control. 5. A user is setting up a web server at home. Which port should be open to the public at all times to ensure the server is accessible? A. 80, B. 443, C. 3515, D. 53. The correct choice is A. 80. Port 80 is the default port for HTTP traffic, which is commonly used for web servers. B. 443. This port is used for HTTPS traffic. If the server is using HTTPS, then this port should be open instead. C. 3515. This is not a standard port for web servers. D. 53. This port is used for DNS traffic, not for web servers. 6. A network engineer is troubleshooting a problem with a company's email server. The server is set up to use secure email transmission, but some clients are reporting that they cannot send emails. Which port on the server is likely not open? A. 25, B. 110, C. 143, D. 465. The correct choice is D. 465 SMTS. SMTPS, Secure SMTP, is used for secure email transmission. If clients cannot send emails, it's likely that this port is not open. A25 SMTP. This is used for email transmission, but it's not secure. B110 POP3. This is used for receiving emails, not sending. C143 IMAP. This is also used for receiving emails, not sending. 7. A network administrator is setting up a secure web server. Which protocol should be used to keep users' information private and prevent tampering and eavesdropping? A. HTTP, B. HTTPS, C. TCP/D UDP. The correct choice is B. HTTPS. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, is a secure version of HTTP, which is the primary protocol used to send data between a web browser and a website. HTTPS is encrypted to increase the security of data transfer. This is particularly important when users transmit sensitive data, such as by logging into a bank account, email service, or health insurance provider. A. HTTP. This protocol is not secure, so it doesn't keep users' information private. C. TCP and D. UDP. These are transport protocols, not application-level protocols. They don't provide the level of security needed for a secure web server. 8. You're a network administrator, and your company has decided to implement a new VoIP system. The company's network is already congested, and they want to ensure that voice traffic is prioritized over other types of traffic. Which protocol should you recommend for this task? A. SMTP, B. POP3, C. IMAP, D. RTP. The correct choice is D. RTP. The Real-Time Transport Protocol, RTP, is designed for the delivery of audio and video data, making it suitable for VoIP systems. A. SMTP, B. POP3, and C. IMAP. These are mail protocols, not suitable for prioritizing voice traffic in a VoIP system. 9. You're a network administrator setting up an email server for a company that has employees working in different time zones. The employees need to access their emails from multiple devices and have their actions like deleting or moving emails synced across all devices. For the configuration of this email server that needs to handle incoming emails, which protocol is the right choice? A. SMTP, B POP3 C IMAP D FTP. The best choice is C IMAP. IMAP allows users to access their email from any device and syncs their actions across all devices. SMTP is used for sending emails, not receiving or syncing. POP3 downloads emails to one device and removes them from the server, which doesn't allow syncing. FTP is used for file transfers, not email handling. When dealing with a file transfer issue where the client can't connect to the FTP server, which port on the server is likely not open? A21, B22, C25, D110. The correct choice is A21. FTP, File Transfer Protocol, typically uses port 21 for command and control. B22 is used for SH and SFTP, not FTP. C25 is used for SMTP, an email protocol. D110 is used for POP3, another email protocol. 11. A user needs to remotely control a computer and exchange data on a secured channel. Which protocol should be used? A. SMTP, B. POP3, C. IMAP, D. SH. The best choice is D, SH. SH, Secure Shell, is used for securely accessing and controlling remote systems. A, SMTP, B, POP3, and C, IMAP are email protocols, not used for remote control of systems. 12. A network administrator is setting up a network. Which protocol should be used to automatically assign IP addresses, subnet masks, gateway addresses, and DNS servers from a central location? A. DHCP, B. DNS, C. LDAP, D. RDP. The best choice is A. DHCP. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, is used to automatically assign network configurations. B. DNS translates domain names to IP addresses, not assign them. C. LDAP is used for accessing and maintaining distributed directory information, not for network configurations. DRDP is used for remote desktop connections, not for assigning network configurations. 13. A company has a network with a DHCP server, DNS server, LDAP server, and several machines that employees access. One day, employees report they can't access the machines remotely, but they can still access the internet, and their login credentials work on other systems. Which server is most likely experiencing issues? A. DHCP server, B. DNS server, C. LDAP server, D. RDP server. The correct choice is D. RDP server. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, is used for remote access. If employees can't access machines remotely but other services are working, the issue is likely with the RDP server. ADHCP assigns IP addresses, but internet access indicates it's working. BDNS translates domain names to IP addresses, but internet access indicates it's working. CLDAP is used for accessing and maintaining distributed directory information, but successful logins on other systems indicate it's working. Setting up a Windows domain involves accessing and maintaining distributed directories of information. Which protocol would be suitable for this task? A. DHCP, B. DNS, C. LDAP, D. RDP. The correct choice is C. LDAP. LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, is used for accessing and maintaining distributed directory information, which is needed when setting up a Windows domain. A DHCP is used for assigning IP addresses, not for directory services. B DNS is used for domain name resolution, not for directory services. D RDP is used for remote desktop connections, not for directory services. (15) A support specialist needs to troubleshoot a problem on a client's computer, but they are not physically present at the location. They need to control the client's computer remotely. Which protocol should they use for this purpose? A DHCP, B DNS, C LDAP, D RDP. The correct choice is DRDP. RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, is used for remote control of systems, which is needed for troubleshooting a client's computer remotely. A DHCP is used for assigning IP addresses, not for remote control. B DNS translates domain names to IP addresses, not for remote control. C LDAP is used for accessing and maintaining distributed directory information, not for remote control. 16. A network administrator is setting up a network. Which protocol should be used to provide access to shared items, such as files and printers? A SMB, B SNMP, C FTP, D HTTP. The correct choice is A SMB. SMB, Server Message Block, is a protocol for sharing files, printers, and other items on a network. B SNMP is used for managing devices on IP networks, not for sharing items. C FTP is used for transferring files between systems, but not specifically for sharing items within a network. D HTTP is used for transmitting hypertext over the internet, not for sharing items on a network. (17) A network specialist is tasked with overseeing the devices on a network. They need to manage and monitor these devices effectively. Which protocol is typically used for this purpose? A SMB, B SNMP, C FTP, D HTTP. The correct choice is B SNMP. Simple Network Management Protocol is used for managing and monitoring devices on a network. ASMB is used for sharing files and printers on a network, not for device management. CFTP is used for transferring files between systems, not for device management. DHTTP is used for transmitting hypertext over the internet, not for device management. (18) An individual is having trouble dispatching emails from their email application. Which protocol is likely experiencing issues? A SMTP, B DNS, C DHCP, D POP3. The protocol likely experiencing issues is A SMTP. SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, is the standard protocol for sending emails across the internet. If an individual is having trouble dispatching emails, it's likely that there are issues with SMTP. Other protocols like DNS, DHCP, and POP3 are not directly involved in the email dispatch process. DNS is used for domain name resolution, DHCP for network configuration, and POP3 for receiving emails. So they would not typically cause issues with sending emails. 19. A network engineer is tasked with establishing a network. They need to connect computers in a wired manner. Which device would be the best choice for this task? A. Router, B. Switch, C. Access point, D. Firewall. The best choice is B. Switch. A switch is used to connect multiple devices on a computer network by using packet switching to receive, process, and forward data to the destination device. A. Router is used to connect multiple networks and route network traffic. C. Access point is used for connecting wireless devices to a network. D. Firewall is used for network security. not for connecting devices. In a scenario where a network specialist is overseeing devices on a network and needs to control settings and manage network traffic, which device would be suitable for this task? A. Managed switch. B. Unmanaged switch. C. Access point. D. Firewall. The best choice is A. Managed switch. A managed switch allows for greater control over your network and is used to manage network traffic, control settings, and provide advanced features. B. Unmanaged switch doesn't allow for configuration or management. C. Access point is used for connecting wireless devices to a network. D. Firewall is used for network security, not for managing network traffic or controlling settings. 21. Establishing a home network requires a device that allows LAN devices to communicate without any manual intervention. Which device would be the best choice for this task? A. Managed switch. B. Unmanaged switch. C. Access point. D. Firewall. The best choice is B. Unmanaged switch. An unmanaged switch allows LAN devices to communicate with each other automatically without needing manual intervention. A managed switch provides more control and features, but requires manual configuration. C. Access point is used for connecting wireless devices to a network. D. Firewall is used for network security, not for connecting devices. 22. If a network is being set up and there's a need to prevent network loops, which protocol would be the most suitable choice? ASTP, Spanning Tree Protocol. B. SNMP, Simple Network Management Protocol. C. Syslog, System Logging Protocol. D. DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. The correct choice is A. STP, Spanning Tree Protocol. STP is designed to prevent network loops in Ethernet networks. B. SNMP is used for managing devices on IP networks, not for preventing network loops. C. Syslog is used for message logging, not for preventing network loops. D. DHCP is used for assigning IP addresses, not for preventing network loops. 23. In the task of connecting two or more networks to create an internetwork, which device would be the most suitable choice? A. Switch. B. Router. C. Access point. D. Firewall. The best choice is B. Router. A router is used to connect multiple networks and route network traffic, making it the most suitable choice for creating an internetwork. A switch is used to connect devices within a single network, not multiple networks. C. Access point is used for connecting wireless devices to a network. D. Firewall is used for network security, not for connecting networks. A technician is setting up a network. Which device enables data communications over the air when a computer is equipped with a wireless networking adapter? A. Switch. B. Router. C. Wireless access point. D. Firewall. The correct choice is C. Wireless access point. A wireless access point enables data communications over the air for devices equipped with a wireless networking adapter. A switch and B router are typically used for wired connections. D firewall is used for network security, not for enabling wireless communications. In the context of network security, which of the following statements is true? A. A firewall only protects a network from incoming traffic. B. An intrusion detection system, IDS, can block potential threats. C. A router inherently provides protection against DDoS attacks. D. A network intrusion prevention system, NIPS, can detect and prevent malicious network activity in real time. The correct choice is D. A network intrusion prevention system, NIPS, can detect and prevent malicious network activity in real time. NIPS monitors the network for malicious activity or policy violations and can actively block or prevent those activities. A firewall protects a network from both incoming and outgoing traffic based on predefined security rules. BIDS can detect potential threats but typically doesn't have the capability to block them. C router doesn't inherently provide protection against DDoS attacks. Additional security measures are needed for that. 26. A network administrator is setting up a home network. Which device allows a computer or a network to access the internet? A. Cable DSL modem. B. Network interface device, NID. C. Optical network terminal, ONT. D. Software-defined networking, SDN. The correct choice is A. Cable DSL modem. A cable DSL modem is a device that provides access to the internet. BNID is a device that connects a consumer's telephone line to the telephone network, not the internet. CONT is used in a fiber optic network, not typically in a home network. DSDN is a network architecture approach, not a device for internet access. (27) A technician is installing a device at the perimeter of a customer's premises. This device is the connection point between a provider's cabling and the customer's cabling. What is this device called? A. Cable DSL modem. B. Network interface device, NID. C. Optical network terminal, ONT. D. Software-defined networking, SDN. The correct choice is B. Network interface device, NID. A NID is a device installed at the customer's premises that serves as the demarcation point between the provider's cabling and the customer's on-premises wiring. A cable DSL modem is used for internet access, not as a connection point between provider and customer cabling. CONT is used in a fiber optic network, not typically as a connection point between provider and customer cabling. DSDN is a network architecture approach, not a device for connecting provider and customer cabling. 28. A network administrator is setting up a network. Which type of centralized network management separates the data that is transmitted by network devices from the administration of those devices? A. Cable DSL modem. B. Network interface device, NID. C. Optical network terminal, ONT. D. Software-defined networking, SDN. The correct choice is D. Software-defined networking, SDN. SDN is a network architecture approach that separates the network control plane, administration of devices, from the forwarding plane, data transmission, allowing for centralized network management. A cable, DSL modem, BNID, and CONT are network devices, not a type of network management that separates data transmission from device administration. 29. A tech startup is designing a new data center architecture to improve network management and agility. They decide to implement software-defined networking, SDN, for dynamic and efficient network configuration. Which protocol, commonly associated with SDN, should they consider integrating into their design? A. HTTP. B. FTP. C. OpenFlow. D. TCP. The correct choice is C. OpenFlow. OpenFlow is a protocol that is often associated with SDN. It allows direct access to and manipulation of the forwarding plane of network devices, such as switches and routers, both physical and virtual, hypervisor-based. AHTTP and BFTP are protocols used for data transfer over the Internet, not for SDN. DTCP is a transport layer protocol in the Internet Protocol Suite, not specifically associated with SDN. You are the network administrator for a growing company that is setting up a new branch office. You need to design a local area network, LAN, that not only connects all the computers in the office, but also provides robust security and efficient data traffic management. Which two devices would you most likely use, and what additional feature should each device ideally have? A. Router with built-in firewall capabilities. B. Switch with quality of service QoS support. C. Access point with dual band support. D. Firewall with deep packet inspection. The two devices you would most likely use are 1. A router with built-in firewall capabilities. The router connects the office network to the Internet, and the built-in firewall provides a first line of defense against cyber threats by controlling incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predetermined security rules. 2. B. Switch with quality of service QoS support. The switch connects all the computers in the office, creating a network. The QoS support allows for efficient data traffic management by prioritizing certain types of data traffic to ensure high-quality performance for critical applications. And that's it for our networking domain deep dive. Up next, we're tackling the hardware domain. Stay tuned, keep learning, and let's ace the CompTIA A+ together. See you in the next video.